Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility.
Review Monogatari series anime completely. So, let's start. The Monogatari series is one of the most unique and acclaimed anime franchises, offering a blend of supernatural elements, character-driven storytelling, and mind-bending visuals. The series, based on Nisio Isen's light novels, is not for the faint of heart. It's a collection of arcs and spin-offs that explore the world of Koyomi Araragi, a high school student who gets involved with a variety of supernatural oddities, creatures, and the struggles of his complex relationships with both humans and supernatural beings. Let's take a deep dive into each of the seasons and arcs that make up the Monogatari universe. At 1 is Bakemonogatari, 2009. The Monogatari series begins with Bakemonogatari, introducing us to Koyomi Araragi, a student who survives a vampire attack, only to become involved in a series of strange supernatural events. This first season is foundational, establishing the main narrative structure and characters that would shape the rest of the series. Araragi meets several female characters who are afflicted by different oddities, supernatural afflictions tied to emotional or psychological trauma. Each arc focuses on a different character. Itagi Senjugahara. The first major character Araragi helps, Senjugahara, is a sharp-tongued tsundere girl who has lost her weight due to a supernatural force. Her arc is as much about Araragi learning how to help people as it is about dealing with her personal demons. Mayoi Hachikuji, a lost child ghost whose tragic past leads to a supernatural encounter with Araragi. She brings an element of humor and lightness to the series. Tsuruga Kanbaru, a former basketball star who becomes entangled in the world of oddities after an injury. Her struggles with her curse are explored in greater depth in future seasons, but Bakemonogatari introduces her. Nadeko Sengoku, a shy and somewhat mysterious girl whose relationship with Araragi becomes increasingly complex. Her arc is one of personal transformation and the manifestation of hidden desires. Bakemonogatari sets the visual tone of the series, with highly stylized animation, frequent use of on-screen text, and surreal imagery. The fast-paced dialogue and clever wordplay are immediately evident, and it's clear that this isn't your typical supernatural anime. The series balances intense action, emotional depth, and philosophical musings, all wrapped in an artful and often experimental package. At 2 is Nisemonogatari, 2011. Nisemonogatari picks up right after the events of Bakemonogatari and shifts focus to Araragi's two younger sisters, Karen and Tsukihi. While the first season explored themes of identity and emotional healing, Nisemonogatari dives deeper into the concept of truth and authenticity. The season examines the difference between real and fake, symbolized by the word nisemono, meaning fake or imposter. Karen is a fiery, justice-driven character, and her arc deals with her attempts to live up to her ideals while uncovering her own flaws. Her clash with the oddities she faces is as much about personal growth as it is about fighting external forces. Tsukihi, the more composed younger sister, deals with an oddity that symbolizes her struggle with her own self-perception. Her arc is somewhat quieter, focusing more on her relationship with Araragi and her internal conflicts. Nisemonogatari is more action-oriented than Bakemonogatari, with significant moments of physical conflict between the characters. The series also brings a stronger emphasis on humor and fan service, but it doesn't shy away from deep, introspective themes. The blend of family dynamics, personal identity, and confronting one's weaknesses makes this season a critical part of the larger Monogatari narrative. Monogatari Series, 2nd Season, 2013. The Monogatari Series' 2nd season is often considered the most intense and complex segment of the series. It is divided into multiple arcs, each dealing with different characters and themes. Nadeko Medusa. This arc explores Nadeko Sengoku's descent into madness as she becomes possessed by the power of a snake-related oddity. It explores themes of jealousy, manipulation, and the destructive nature of self-deception. Tsubasa Tiger. This arc delves deeper into Araragi's relationship with his classmate, Tsubasa Hanakawa. Tsubasa, often seen as the perfect student, has a dark side, and this arc reveals much about her hidden struggles, trauma, and emotional baggage. Ugi Formula, a mysterious character named Ugi Oshino, enters the scene. Ugi challenges Araragi's perceptions of himself, and through their interactions, the story delves into deeper philosophical territory, exploring themes of identity, fate, and the illusion of control. The second season marks a tonal shift. While it retains the signature quick dialogue and philosophical underpinnings, it becomes more introspective and darker, exploring the emotional and psychological depths of the characters in ways that Bakemonogatari only hinted at. The action also takes on a more intense, high-stakes quality as Araragi faces off against dangerous foes. Hanamonogatari, 2014. Hanamonogatari focuses exclusively on Suruga Kanbaru. It's a more character-driven season than its predecessors, exploring Suruga's past and her struggle with the curse that she inadvertently brought upon herself. The season focuses on her emotional and psychological healing, confronting issues like guilt, self-worth, and personal responsibility. While Hanamonogatari has a slower, more introspective pace, it's one of the most personal and emotionally resonant stories in the entire Monogatari franchise. It gives a new layer to Suruga, who had been portrayed primarily as a tough, confident character in earlier seasons. The season highlights the theme of accepting one's flaws and growing from them. Owari Monogatari, 2015. Owari Monogatari marks the beginning of the end for the Monogatari series, providing resolutions to many long-running storylines. It's divided into two parts. Part 1 explores Araragi's past, including a detailed exploration of his family dynamics and his encounter with the enigmatic Ugi Oshino. It's a deep dive into Araragi's character and his evolving understanding of who he is. Part 2 introduces new challenges and showcases battles with oddities like the Oddity Killer. Araragi must confront his own darkness and face off against enemies who threaten not only his life, but the safety of those he loves. Owari Monogatari serves as both a narrative conclusion and a philosophical meditation. The resolution of key arcs and character development is satisfying, but it also leaves plenty of room for future introspection. This season sets the stage for the final resolutions in the Monogatari series. Koyomi Monogatari, 2016. In Koyomi Monogatari, Araragi spends his final year of high school helping various people with oddities. The episodes explore the consequences of his actions, dealing with strange creatures and confronting moral dilemmas. This season also brings closure to several lingering plot threads from earlier in the series. Koyomi Monogatari focuses on Araragi's growth, his relationships with the main characters, and his journey toward emotional maturity. The season is slightly lighter in tone than Owari Monogatari, but still retains the series' core elements of dialogue-heavy storytelling and surrealism. Zoku Owari Monogatari, 2018. Zoku Owari Monogatari serves as a sequel to Owari Monogatari, providing further resolution to Araragi's journey. It explores the final phases of his character arc, bringing closure to the overarching themes of the series. The conclusion is bittersweet, reflecting the series' ongoing meditation on time, identity, and self-discovery. Conclusion: the Monogatari series is a masterwork in terms of narrative complexity, visual storytelling, and character depth. Nishio Isen's intricate writing, Studio Shaft's bold animation style, and the series' exploration of human psychology and the supernatural make it one of the most innovative and thought-provoking anime ever made. While it's not always an easy watch due to its dense dialogue, long monologues, and occasionally non-linear storytelling, Monogatari rewards those who are willing to invest in its world. It's a series that challenges its viewers intellectually, emotionally, and artistically. From the vibrant colors and surreal imagery to the deep philosophical conversations, Monogatari is a standout example of what anime can achieve when it takes risks and pushes boundaries. For fans of complex, cerebral anime that intertwines the supernatural with psychological and emotional exploration, Monogatari remains an unmissable experience. It's a deep, fascinating journey through the minds and hearts of its characters, one that will leave a lasting impact on those who dare to follow its intricate path. Thank you for watching my video.